Hey guys, Torian here, or some of you know me as Iron Wolf, or just some of you just know me as David. Just whatever you know me as. What's up? Wanted to make a quick little video, which will probably end up turning into a long video, but quick little video regarding Hyrule Conquest. I haven't covered this game in a while. I posted I think my last Hyrule Conquest related video was like 2.5 years ago, so it's been a while. But for those of you that have been with, know me for a while and been with this channel for a long time, you're very familiar with this game. Kind of started looking back into it again. Been doing a little homework on it, I guess you could say. And I kind of wanted to give a little overview of the Gerudo and the current state of that civilization in particular. It's kind of my main civilization. So a lot of things are different from what it used to be like. Okay, this game is loud. Let me turn it down. A lot of things are different now from what they used to be. So now instead of picking 1 of 4 heroes, we pick 3 of 6 heroes. I've looked into a lot of these heroes, different techs and stuff. Right now I'm leaning towards Riju for sure, because the archer focus, Veil for eco, and then I like Urbosa because the magic resistance. So for those of you that remember back in the day, magic resistance, or just magic armor in general, is pretty much king. If a unit has high magic resist, it's a good unit. If it has high magic damage, it's generally a good unit. So magic damage is just broken, not as broken as it used to be, but it's still pretty busted in my testing. So I like Urbosa because she has a lot of HP and magic armor for the units. Bellaria is not very good in my opinion. Naburu is okay. Ganondorf's good if you want to go Cav. I think Cav's not bad with Gerudo. I think it's definitely their second best option, but I think archers are still their best thing. So I go with Riju. Mainly for this buff right here. I don't care about the sandsteel stuff really, but I care about rapid drawstrings. This upgrade right here, pretty good. Okay, so the game is more Battle for Middle Earth style now rather than Age of Empires styled. So we've got like these different nodes here that you build buildings on, and you've got like a plot system as opposed to dropping buildings like in Age of Empires, or like how Hyrule Conquest used to be. So I'll go over some of their buildings and some of the significance of some of it. Let me take a cheat code here. So I think they've updated the AI. So I think the AI is a lot better now from what I was looking at. But so we'll start with some of their military buildings. So we got this, we've got this, and I guess this technically, right? No, we got this as well, and I'll get the armory as well. So like a lot of buildings. Security compound. Most of these units are not that good. Sand Sniper's okay. Glaive Grunts are meh. Marauders are okay if you want to raid. Really the only reason to build this thing so far is the Gerudo Catapult. The Gerudo Dwarf's okay if you like stealth units. I think if you like stealth, you play the Sheikah, but it's not a bad unit. So this is mainly for Siege, is the main reason you make that. Gerudo Stables for Cav, obviously. Their Cav's still pretty good. Trailblazers are not bad if you want to harass. Because obviously they're Cav archers and they're good for like raiding and stuff, I guess. But you can't really raid the way you used to because there's not really any vills. So honestly, like units with high siege damage are probably the best for raiding. So it kind of sucks, there being no more villagers. Whoops. Because yeah, it really removes a whole lot of dynamics from the game, in my opinion. But yeah, so raiding isn't as good, but you can still kind of raid the way you used to. You can pick off like crappy units with this thing if you want to, or clear like the monsters and stuff. So what else we got? We got the spoilers and the Bagridanen. Both are pretty decent still. The Despoiler has higher siege damage, so it's probably better for probably better for raiding and taking down buildings like mining nodes and lumber nodes, that sort of thing. So it's okay. If you go Ganondorf, Cav's pretty decent. If you don't go Ganon, in my opinion, it's not really worth going Cav. In my testing, from what I can gather so far. Also, his unique unit is really good as well. So, and it really busts your Cav. So, Gerudo Training Grounds. This is the, I guess you could say, best production building. Probably, if you're wanting to make multiple production buildings, this is probably the one you're going to want to use the most. Mainly for Ice Archer. Ice Archers are probably still the best Gerudo unit. Some things never change. You know, this unit's been like insanely good for like 5 years. Doubt it's going to change much. It has good range, lots of magic damage. It used to do full magic damage, now it does magic and pierce, so it doesn't do as much damage as it used to. Still really good though. Still has a really fast attack rate. It still has the slow, so it can kite things. Basically, like Dark Knight units can basically never catch you. Some Goron units can basically never catch you. And it has like pretty fast walking move speed. Definitely not a slow unit by any means, so it can kite really well. You know, it's pretty nice coming back to the game after 2 years. I guess was the last time I was seriously playing the game, and this unit's still really good. So just something to note that this is probably still their best unit. If you're looking to counter them or looking to play them, you want to definitely base your playstyle heavily around this unit. So some of the other units. Astronaut Captain's okay. Her aura is good. If you can, you're gonna have to micro her if you wanted to stay in range of the archers. Otherwise, you can just throw her in with your melee. Golden Gladiators and Tomb Guards, they're okay. I like Tomb Guards because they're spearmen, and spearmen have a higher modifier against cavalry. So, if your opponent makes cav, which are probably the hardest thing to kite with your Ice Archer. It's probably a safe bet to throw in a few Tomb Guards so they can kill the cav. Golden Gladiators, they're okay. They do true damage, which is pretty good. Fast attack rate, decent armor, they're okay. But yeah, the Tomb Guard, almost 20 pierce damage, and do very well against cavalry. It's probably the best unit that you can use if you want to have something to like protect your Ice Archers from like cavalry or something. But probably the thing that's going to threaten your Ice Archers the most are like mage units and maybe like artillery. So just keep that in mind. You might want to go like decent comps, in my opinion, would be like if you want to go like Ice Archers with a little bit of cavalry thrown in there to like run things down, like artillery and stuff that you can't really brute force your way through as Ice Archers. You could also do Ice Archers and Tomb Guards if you wanted a more defensive comp. If you wanted to be more aggressive, I'd say Archers and Cav. If you wanted to be more defensive, I'd say Archers and Spearmen. Golden Gladiators, they're, like I said, they're okay. They're not bad. You can make them if you want to. Spirit Altar, Wind Witches are okay if you need just more magic damage. Most of your magic damage is probably going to come from Ice Archers. I guess the only reason you'd want to really make Wind Witches over Ice Archers is if like you're fighting something that was specifically resistant to like water magic, because that's what Ice Archers do. They do water magic, and Wind Witches, they do spirit magic. And they do less damage because they don't have the pierce damage, but they do have a splash damage, which is pretty nice. So the AoE on them is pretty good. So I guess that's another reason you'd want to make them over Ice Archers. But I generally prefer just Ice Archers. Just their DPS is way higher, so like yeah, they don't AoE, but their DPS is so fast that they can swap between target. They can kill the target individually and move to the next one much faster. Iron Knuckles suck. Don't make that unit. It sucks. It's slow and never catches anything, and it sucks. I guess it's okay for like cutting buildings, but that's about it. If you wanted a unit that wasn't a siege unit to attack buildings, I'd make a Iron Knuckle, but that's about it. I'd pretty much only ever use it to attack another building. Serpent Slayers, these units are pretty good. They used to be much stronger than they are, because back in the day they were 100% resistant to. They were basically like an anti-mage unit. They were completely resistant to magic, and it was insane. Like my go-to comp back in the day would be like Serpent Slayers and Ice Archers with a few, like with some Cav thrown in there, just because Serpent Slayers can brute force their way through like any mage. So in matchups like the Zora. Labrina, Goron, any civ that has like their main comp revolves around units that deal magic damage, which in my opinion are generally the best comps in this game historically, and seems to still be the case. This unit used to be really good. It's still good. It still has good magic resistance. Still pretty tanky. I'd probably still make these if it's like late game and you have the economy for it, because it is a very expensive unit comparatively. Let's look at the cost. Yeah, 100 materials, 100 rupees, and 200 food. Pretty expensive, but you do get 5 of them, which is nice. What else? Sand Seals. Oh yeah. Dust Sentinels are okay. Dunewalkers are kind of whatever. I guess just a better Cav Archer. Although Trailblazers, they do less damage, but they're faster. Dunewalkers are much tankier, is another thing to note. And what's the rate of fire difference? Is there much of a rate of fire difference? Okay, so the Trailblazers do attack slightly faster. I had a feeling they did, but Dust Sentinels are also, these are pretty decent units if you want to build into Sand Seals. Pierce and spirit damage, 2-second interval. The thing is, like, it's, I mean, the damage it does attack faster than the Ice Archer, and it is, it has, I think, slightly faster move speed, right? No, wow. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, but the Ice Archer is actually a really, like, swift movement unit, like, as far as, like, moving on the ground, like, on foot, and, yeah, they're actually faster than Dust Sentinels, so it seems like, which I don't, that doesn't really seem like it's, it says that it is, but I don't know, is it actually? I don't know, it's hard to say. They're about the same speed, I guess. I guess the biggest difference between them is that they're, I guess this is tankier, but there are, I mean, you get 5 Ice Archers and 3 Dust Sentinels, so it's like, oh, I'm gonna attack you. So Dust Sentinels are okay. They're not bad. If you want to build Sand Seals, then you can go for that unit, I would say. But I still prefer Ice Archers. Let's build these heroes. Oh, their Titan's pretty good. Twinrova, she's one of the better Titans, I would say, in my opinion. Lots of magic damage, decent HP. She's pretty good. I definitely am a fan of Twinrova. Very rarely will you see Titans. I have seen Titans in competitive games before, which is pretty hype. But as far as Titans go, I would say she's pretty good. She's like above average, probably like A tier if I had to make a tier list. But okay, so the heroes, Avail, she's okay, not really that great. She doesn't have that much health compared to the others, and I think she has like dodge. No, I don't think she does. I think she's supposed to, but she doesn't. She's okay. Riju's pretty good. She's like a super archer unit. Very tanky, lots of HP compared to like Urbosa and the others. I don't know what she's trying to attack on those things. Good damage. She's an archer unit, range unit, so you can stick her with your Ice Archers and she can soak a lot of damage. Yeah, she's really good. She's like a ranged tank, which is pretty hype. Urbosa, she's okay. Decent damage, decent health. She's alright. Of the 3 heroes in this lineup, I'd probably prefer Riju. Something else to note, I guess, about Ganondorf is that if you pick Ganondorf, he's actually a pretty good hero himself because he does splash damage. And he's really fast, so you can ride around with your Cav, kind of run circles around people. So Riju is And the build that I use, which is those three, Riju, Avail, and Urbosa, she's probably the only one really worth making. I guess Urbosa's alright. But Ganondorf, it is worth noting that Ganondorf is pretty good. So, I don't know what Twin Row is doing right now. Some of the techs, I'll talk about some of the techs. Obviously, you have the 3 standard techs, which is the armor, damage, and range. This is universal across all the civs, from what I've seen. Which is good. I'm glad that they added universal text like this. I don't remember them being in the game before, but it's actually nice to see that. What am I looking for? That one's okay. Oh yeah, so these 2 texts right here. These are probably the best techs with the Gerudo, and this is largely why I pick Urbosa and Riju. I guess Riju's a good unit on her own, but golden armor, giving your units giving your units the plus 20 magic armor is actually insane, especially for your... Do I still have the Serpent Slayers around here somewhere? Oh yeah, I do. Here they are. Especially for your Serpent Slayers, if you look at their armor, it's actually pretty insane. It's really, really good for a magic unit. So that tech is really good because obviously, like I said, magic damage is still, from what I can see, still really strong. So, you know, more, like I said, magic resistance is pretty much king. This tech right here, rapid drawstrings, 15% attack rate on your archers. Really good on your ice archers. They can attack really, really fast. I think same with your trailblazers too, right? No, I think those are the same. Did it affect the sand seals? Yeah, it affects sand seals as well, which is pretty decent. Where's Riju? Let's look at her. Yeah, 2-second interval. Oh, actually, I don't think it affects her. I don't think she has the... Oh, she does. Okay, so I guess she was affected by it, so... So yeah, rapid drawstrings is a really good tech. Definitely recommend getting that if you're with the, playing Gerudo. I like this build the most, those 3 heroes with these unit comps. Obviously, you can play whatever you want, but in my experience, that is generally the best. I don't have a build order for this civ yet because I'm still fairly new, but I just wanted to kind of give my opinions on a lot of my testing since I have started playing again. I haven't played the game super seriously since it swapped over to this like Battle for Middle-earth style like base building, I guess. I've played a little bit with battalions. I haven't played too much with the base building, so I'm not too sure like what the meta kind of is as far as that goes. But as far as like unit comps, I feel like I have a pretty good idea of what things are looking like right now, which is very similar to what it used to be, just on a, I guess you could say, a larger scale since there's battalions now. Magic damage is still really good. Range damage is really good. AoE is also really good. Melee units still pretty weak. Infantry is kind of weak. Cavalry is pretty strong, I would say. But definitely range damage and artillery seems to be the way to go. Or ranged units, sorry, and magic damage and artillery still seems to be the way to go. I think that's everything I needed to talk about with the Gerudo. I'll just show you Ganondorf stuff, I guess, and or the other 3 heroes. Let me change the song real quick. So we'll do Ganondorf, Gerudo, and Bellaria, or whatever. Since I didn't talk about them, I guess I'll show you their stuff. I actually don't remember what Bellaria's unique unit is, so let me just build everything again. I already built one of those. Need training grounds and this. Oh yeah, the Master Thief. I forgot about this unit. Then yeah, the Arbiter is Ganon's. And then what the fuck is Bellaria's unique unit? I don't remember what her unique unit is. Does she not have a unique unit? I don't think she does. She buffs like your basic infantry, so like your Marauders and your Glaive Grunts, which is kind of okay, I guess. It's not bad. If you wanted to do some sort of like rush, I guess it should be okay, but I'm not really sold on it. And her stats aren't that great either. I mean, look at her HP. I mean, 1300, that's not that great. So she's kind of whatever. Naburu is pretty good. She has a decent amount of HP. She does a lot of damage and attacks very fast, which I guess is probably the biggest upside of her. So she's actually not a bad unit, Naburu. And then where's Ganon? The boy. Damn, he's running out there. This guy's pretty strong. 2700 HP. Not as much as Riju. She's still probably the tankiest, but Ganondorf, he does a lot of damage. Oh, I guess they took away his splash damage, but still 80 hack damage is a lot. And he's fast, so he's really good to throw in with your cavalry. Like I said, very durable. So still worth using. Where's the Arbiter? Oh, he's over here. So this unit is like a Cav officer. You know the Ashenon Captain, if you're familiar with that unit. I spoke about it earlier, but she has like an aura. The Arbiter gives a plus 10 melee and range attack buff and a 10% move speed, which is actually really good for your Cav. So having this unit mixed in with your Cav makes your Cav a whole lot faster. So you're able to be more maneuverable. So this unit is pretty good, I would say. Master Thieves are okay. Like I said, if you like stealth, you can go with Master Thieves. They're okay. Bellaria kind of sucks. I would say she's one of the worst, I guess. I mean, Avail is pretty bad, but she buffs your food, and she buffs your eco, like, a lot. I should probably, I guess, show you guys the specific stuff on their hero cards here. Okay, so Avail, yeah, here we go. Loot yields are 15% higher, which is actually really big. So if you don't know with the Gerudo, when you kill units, actually I don't think this is Gerudo specific, but someone can correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't noticed it with any other stuff, but when you kill units, you gain loot, which is like rupees and stuff. 15% higher loot yield is pretty big, so it strengthens your rating. Doubles or 50% meat gathering rate. This affects your, what is it, your pig pens or your pig farms. So stronger food economy, technically a stronger rupee economy because you're getting more rupees when you raid. So that's really, I mean, movie speed all shits, but the, you know, navy has been introduced in the game, so there's no water. So it's just the loot yields and the meat gather rate is what I like a lot with her. So. And then Urbosa infantry units have 15% more HP. I think this is big if you are using infantry, especially if you're doing like tomb guards or something like that. Definitely worth getting that tech, this hero for this like passive ability right there. And then obviously the magic damage or magic resistance. Magic resistance is huge. I pretty much would always go with Urbosa unless I was fighting a civilization like the Deku Shrubs or maybe the Hylians that I'm pretty sure don't have. I mean, I know they don't have much magic damage, but I know they have some, but it's not very common that they would make much magic damage with civilizations like that. But if you're fighting like Goron or Azora or Gerudo Mirror or Labrina, definitely Urbosa in my opinion. Ganondorf, Cav 10% more damage. Like I said, if you want to go Cav, you go Ganon. He's just really good. Without Ganon, Cav's kind of meh, but he does make your Cav really, really strong actually. Probably some of the best Cav in the game, in my opinion. Like I said, with Naburu, she's okay. If you like stealth, you can play her. She gives dodge rating to infantry. I don't know if that's implemented, but the move speed is implemented. I've tested that. I don't think this works. Maybe we can test it right now, just to double check, but I actually didn't look at that. So Bellaria, yeah, so she gives Glaive Grunts, she makes them 15% cheaper, and they train 15% faster. If you're going for like a rush or something with them, I guess she would work. I don't think this works. I'm like 99% sure that doesn't work. this part is okay. I guess it affects your Tomb Guards as well since they're Spearmen, so that's all right if you wanted to go like for a Tomb Guardian build or Tomb Guard, sorry. But really, I guess if you wanted to do like a Glaive Grunt rush, she'd be okay. But I'm not a fan of her. So, like I said before, my 3 kind of general go-tos, I guess, are Avail, Urbosa, and Riju. And then if I wanted to go Cav, I would swap out one of these for Ganondorf. I would probably take out Urbosa because I don't know. I think it really depends. But the only reason I would go Ganondorf is if I was going Cav, and I'd have my Cav backed up by Ice Archers, so you wouldn't need the infantry HP really with Urbosa. But the magic damage resistance on your Ice Archers would be kind of a big hit. But if you have Cav, it's not as big. So those are like the 2 builds, I guess you could say, that I really like. I pretty much always go the Veil because the Eco, Riju because Ice Archer attack speed, and then you can kind of flex between Urbosa and Ganon, whichever you prefer. So Nibiru, let's see if the camouflage on these units work. Well, these ones don't have camouflage, so I assume that these don't. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So, yeah. Not really a fan of Nibiru for this. But Glaive Grunts are a pretty crappy unit, though. So, even rushing with Bellaria, I don't know if that would be any good. But it is worth testing. So, that's everything involving the Gerudo that I wanted to talk about. I said this was going to be a quick video. It's probably not going to be. It's almost a half hour now. But I did want to give this quick little overview of the Gerudo and some of my initial thoughts and testing coming back into the game in early 2023. It's been, like I said, 2 years since I have last played the game seriously. So it's good to be back. Good to mess around with the game again. Hope those of you that are interested in Hyrule Conquest content still enjoy this video. If you are interested and you haven't seen my old stuff, I recommend you check it out. Some of it's kind of outdated, but some of it can still be applied to today's version of the game, in my opinion. So, thank you guys for watching this long into this short video, and y'all have a great day.